Hello there, my name is Lord Grassleaf, and welcome to Minecraft Hardcore 100 Days Tour. Now, I'd just like to state the obvious, I'm in creative. I'm not in the actual world, I'm in a copy of the world. But it's not the regular world, it's going to be a bit of a teaser, since I've actually copied it on day 110 of the 200 days. That's just so I could, hype up my 200 days video. So you're going to be seeing some things that I haven't yet shown you. But with all that out the way, let's just get started with the tour. Okay, so first things first, my house. I began building this thing on something like day 3. And I like how it started off just being a normal birch house. But now it's mostly emerald. So yeah, I think that's everything I need to say about my house. Next up is to copy and paste my emerald and oak house. This is the exact same thing, just more bland. And to be honest, I only built this because I didn't know what to do with my emeralds. And I remember my old dirt house. It was more of a shack. But I'm pretty sure I mined here, and I think I can find where I dug. But I had to take that down on day 3 because it was taking up some space. Here is your first taste of 200 days. The villager trading towers. The way you get inside them has been changed. They are no longer just slabs and stairs. It's now fences. Because some of my villagers died. And now I've got librarians for enchantments, which I'll tell you more about when you watch 200 days, so just stay tuned. And the villagers in the birch one got killed by my own golem, so that's kind of sad. But I kind of regret building these things like the way I did, because all I needed was my villager breeder. But I built these trading towers for vanity, and as Luke said, the first 100 days, you just need to focus on survival. And I didn't do that, but hey, I'm still alive. But I'm not very educated on villagers and how they behave and all the trades. But I have installed some new villagers on 200 days. Also, that villager has a cat. I didn't actually mean to do that, but good for him, I guess. Next up is Brucey Boy's big carrot. Some sad news. I don't know where Bruce has gone. I'm pretty sure he's escaped. He wouldn't have despawned because he's got a name tag, but I'm pretty sure he's escaped somehow. I don't think there's anything that would have killed him. So if anything, he's happier now that he's free. Next, let's talk about the cat house. I kind of hit a roadblock with what I wanted to do. And since cats started spawning on my land, I decided to tame a lot of them, and I didn't know where to store them, so I just made a nice house for them. And you might have noticed that the cat that once lived in my house, well, it's now living in here with its friends. I didn't actually mean for this to happen on 100 days. But I don't know, I'm going to leave it in here. And then the fountain, it's not really anything special. I like how it looks with the glowstone and stone brick. And while it does look cool, I kind of made this for a joke. It doesn't help me. But yeah, it looks pretty cool on my land. Next up is the villager breeder. This is probably my most expensive building. And fun fact, there are 12 villagers in here, but some of them got taken out. Also, I just love the glowstone in the floor. So that way I don't have to have any birthday candles around the place. Also, the windows used to be diorite, but I didn't like the way they looked, so I changed it. And when I built this, in case you're wondering where I got all my emeralds from, well, once I'd completed my house, I kept doing trades. And I even showed it in the video. And I wasn't putting any of those emeralds towards anything, so I just stored them in a chest. And when the time came, I applied them to the villager breeder. But one thing I kind of want to change is the fact that they're all cartographers. I want to apply a new profession, like I said before. But overall, I do really like the villager breeder. Compared to Luke's villager breeders, my villagers are living in luxury. And now the best thing on my land by far, the big farm. This thing began on day 6. And I just started off with 1 floor. I was planning to go to something like 3, but never 8. And this is how it goes in ascending order. Oak, dark oak, netherwood, spruce, netherwood, I don't know what netherwood's called, acacia, and jungle. And this thing took absolutely ages to build, if you couldn't tell by just looking at it. And this is what I grow, yet again going in ascending order. Wheat, carrots, potatoes, beetroot, pumpkin, melon, sweet berries, sugar canes. Moving on, the furnace building. I'll be honest with you, this room is very, very pointless. I only ever use 9 of these furnaces. So I guess it looks kind of cool, but it's not that efficient. Then the Sheep Mansion. I really do like the Sheep Mansion, although it's not functional at all. You just saw one of the reasons. There's zombie villagers spawning on top of it. And the other reason is that because it's high up in the air and it's been manually built, the the grass doesn't actually recharge. So once they eat it, well, once they've been sheared, then eat it, they can't grow back their wool. So yeah, whatever. I'll find a solution that you'll see in 200 days. And I've been mentioning 200 days so many times that, well, you might be wondering, well, how can I make sure that I see 200 days when it comes out? Well, you can make sure that happens by subscribing and turning on notifications, so you are notified whenever 200 days comes out. But with this shameless self-promotion out the way, let's continue on with the tour. Okay, now my storage room. Despite it being called a storage room, the top floor is completely empty, other than some birthday candles, but the main event is down underground. This is where I actually store all my things. And with 200 days came some new storing ideas, but I gave up on that because I had some more important things to do. And I'm not going to be going through the nether throughout this tour because the audio is absolutely terrible on my end. So that's everything from my compound. It's now time to move on to abroad areas. So first is this sugarcane farm. And people that have seen 100 days may be scratching their heads and thinking, what's going on here? Well, I've actually built this during 100 days, but I failed to mention it. It wasn't here, it was somewhere a bit distant, more towards the abandoned villager town. But yeah, I'm bringing it up now because I forgot to do so in 100 days. So yeah, here it is. I've moved it. Now it's time for the trusty railroad. We all know what this is for. It's for transporting the villagers from the village to my compound. Now, yet again, this was for vanity. I didn't actually have to do this, but I did. And I thought I could use a nether tunnel, but apparently that didn't work. So originally, I wasn't even going to build this. But after my nether tunnel didn't work, I had to. Unfortunately, I can't mention everything as I have to fit a whole 100 days of Minecraft into only 30 minutes. But anyway, this village is essentially a ghost town now. There is only one single villager remaining. All the others either died because of me or died because of something else. But the Iron Golem has actually survived. Although he has been the reason for many of the villager deaths, as he killed them when they turned into zombie villagers. So yeah. But I'm going to try and find the other villager. I don't know where he is. I'm pretty sure he's a butcher, but I'm not sure. But I think I'm just going to leave him. Or I could take him into my compound and make him like a nice home. I might do that. But you only ever find out if you watch 200 days. As you can see, this ravine is pretty cool. I killed a villager using it. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this village after it's completely dead. Maybe I'll leave it up. Maybe I'll destroy it. Who knows? But like I said, you'll only never know if you watch 200 days. Swiftly moving on, we have the notorious Sand Pit of Prophets. I know that's exactly what Luke calls it, but I couldn't come up with a name during 100 days. Is it just me, but for a big hole in the ground, it looks pretty beautiful? There's also this town nearby, but this is actually a ghost town. Every single villager is dead. Reason being, I accidentally started a raid here. I unfortunately wasn't recording. But yeah, I tried to help. I realised I was going to die, and so I just ran away. Although none of that was on camera, so sorry. So, yeah. I don't exactly have a great track record with keeping villagers safe. So the villagers on my compound better be grateful, or I'll show them what happened to the other ones. But the Sand Pit of Prophets is encroaching on the village. And because I need money, I'm going to have to keep digging here. But I don't know how if I run into the village. I might have to make a completely new one or just go in a different direction, I'm not sure. But we'll just have to see in 200 days. And who remembers my pathetic old farm? That thing only lasted like 3 days. And also this meadow of flowers. I don't know if it's just nostalgia or if it's just me, but I just think there's something so pretty about it. When it came to dyeing the sheep, I had to pick flowers, but I tried to avoid picking them from here. P.S. Credit to Luke the Notable. And with that tour completed, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do be sure to like and subscribe. And if you do choose to subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified whenever I upload and when 200 days comes out. With everything said and done, Thanks for watching, and goodbye.